as the Toronto Raptors come into town for this one. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. The Heat trying to take advantage of their home court in this one before leaving Miami. This is a team showing a better record this year over last. This was their goal, and it's coming to fruition so far.
And I think for Miami, they've just lacked that one extra piece that could put them over the top this season. They haven't been able to kind of set themselves apart.
You know, you're right. They're not that far from being true contenders, but it doesn't look like this is the season for them to do so.
Here are the five for the Raptors. Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Damari Carroll is out there with Scola. And it's Valanciunas in at the five. Miami shooting their first free throws of the evening. Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosh last year. He had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
You know, and Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season.
Dwayne Wade on the wing. It's stolen by DeRozan. Patterson dishes to Lowry. Pass to DeRozan. Back to Lowry. And Wade sends it back. And it was not a clean block. Whistle blows and a foul on the defender here. It's a shooting foul, so free throws will be coming up. The Raptors shooting their first free throws of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Lowry against Dragic. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. No good. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Dwayne Casey.
The phrase superstar gets tossed around the league a lot these days, but that is how he described Dwayne Wade. He said that D. Wade's the guy we'll be giving the most attention to because he can function either as a playmaker or a scorer, saying no matter what he chooses to do, he can hurt you. We have to be ready for everything. Easier said than done, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Valanciunas, good.
Yes. You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
Here's Whiteside. That's him coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 3 assists tonight.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now, here's Patterson. Back to Lowry. Out to the right wing. Carroll. No one around him. Misses the wing J. As we're talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach. He's really known as a defensive specialist, but once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
Patterson, that's good.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
For Miami, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Dragic against Lowry. Deng kicks to Wade. 6 on the shot clock. The 10-footer finds the target. Wade's got his first points of the night.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
The feed to Patterson. He kicks it to DeRozan. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And how about the footwork? Check out those moves in the post and then the sweet finish to go along with it.
Excellent work around the basket. You're right, G.A.
Left this man lunging and reaching for air. That was something else right there.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Biombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Johnson comes in for Patrick Patterson. Ross is checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And that one's good by Bosh.
You know, we saw Chris Bosh really ramp it up with the 3-ball last season. I mean, we frequently see vets do that. LaMarcus Aldridge is a recent example. Extending your range is a great way to keep playing at a high level, especially as you enter your 30s.
The drive by Wade, Dragic. And another shot. The kick out to Dang. Back to Wade. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Johnson the screen. Kicks it to Joseph. Toronto needs to get off a shot. Johnson wide open. He fires. Another miss by Johnson. Wade with it. Turned in an outstanding game against Minnesota. Whiteside a screen. Wade passes to Whiteside. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
Okay, Miami, now coming onto the court are yours.
And power forward Patrick Patterson getting better every season. He said that his college career, it can...
No, I think my 3 years at Kentucky.
Patterson Clark, exactly the guy he says he is, and that's why he's one of those glue guys you've got to have on your team.
Yep, Velcro valutility, I call him, the kind of guy who his teammates just love. I mean, they know he's always going to have their back, and he's always going to work hard. He's going to do what he's supposed to do and be where he's supposed to be and do it when he's supposed to do it.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Miami.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. DeRozan at the 2 with Ross playing the 3. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Scola. And it's Lowry in at point guard. Well, the one word you can use to describe the Raptors postseason last year, disaster. I mean, Greg, nothing went right for them.
Yeah, I mean, after that great regular season, they were completely just manhandled by the Wizards, swept out of the first round in 4 straight.
Well, I tell you, the Raptors really were befuddled with how that series went. I mean, they just never got things going and became the first team to get swept with home court advantage in the playoffs since 2011.
Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for the Raptors. And so he hits both.
And guys, you look at the Raptors last season and how they stumbled at times. You could see that they would have trouble in the postseason with the way they were constructed. I don't think anybody saw a sweep coming, but that's what it ended up being.
Green kicks to Winslow. The shot misses. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. Kept alive. Not as good, and the Heat's lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from DeRozan.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Here's Bosh, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Bosh has got 6.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Stolen by Anderson. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And the dunk by Winslow.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Outside Lowry. The dish to Valanciunas. Toronto working the ball around now. Screened by Valanciunas. And it's DeRozan missing.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished. Struggled to handle the ball, created then his own shot, and but sometimes he would create for others too.
Yeah.
But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the two. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Whiteside's checked in for Anderson. Deng comes in for Chris Bosh. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Winslow. And it's Dragic in for Mario Chalmers. DeRozan dishes to Joseph. Pass to Patterson. Screen by Valanciunas. And Patterson kicks to DeRozan. And he gets it to go. DeRozan's got his third basket of the night right there.
And, you know, getting back to DeRozan, he's put a spit shine on his offense. Over the past 2 seasons, averaged over 20 points a game, was also good for 3 or 4 assists, showing everybody how work ethic can overcome unrefined skills.
1:31 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Joseph. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Carroll cannot hit. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
And, you know, for DeMar DeRozan, scary to think that he's still scratching the surface of his potential. Made his first All-Star appearance in 2014. Was a little dinged up last year, but still very effective. No doubt he's the real deal.
Here's Joseph. And Wade sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wade. Some changes for Toronto. Biyombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Scola comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Johnson in for DeMar DeRozan. Scola passes to Johnson. Carroll kicks to Biyombo. Feeds it to Carroll. Screen by Scola. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Raptors trail by 9. And Joseph kicks to Biyombo. And guys, Bismack Biyombo, he got into a groove at the end of last season. After Al Jefferson went down in the month of April, he averaged nearly 9 rebounds a game, 2.5 blocks. He was all over the floor.
Yeah, and that's Bismack. I mean, he's that guy. He cleans the glass for you, intimidates shooters in the lane. He's not all the way consistent yet, but he's shown steady improvement.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Outside Dragic. He dishes it to Wade. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Wade's got the lead up to 9 now for the Heat.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
It's stolen by Dragic. And here's Green outside, and he gets it to go. And now it's a 12-point Miami lead.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball.